Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is now in session. We're in session on our announcement docket. First case is cause number 327990. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Charles Larry P. Landry. Mr. Landry, is that your full name?
Correct.
How you doing, Mr. Landry?
Pretty good.
That's good. Mr. Landry, you're here with your attorney, Peter Dahl. Mr. Dahl, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
That's good. See if we have bond conditions in there. And the state is represented by Attorney Tommy Coleman. Attorney Coleman, how are you doing?
Good, John.
Mr. Dahl, what is your announcement in Mr. Landry's case?
The prosecutor and I talked about the case, and I asked the prosecutor who the victim was going to be or who the plaintiff is. And he said, during the course of that conversation.
Hold on, Mr. Dahl. I don't need to get into any conversation that you had with the prosecutor. I just need to know what your announcement is. Do you want it set for trial? You want it kept on the announcement docket, or you want it on pretrial docket?
We can put it on the trial docket.
Okay, all right. Give us a trial date.
September 12th.
Okay, this case is going to be reset. Do we have bond conditions? Okay, September 12th of 2022. Now, Mr. Dahl,
Yes, sir.
going to give your client some bond conditions. This is a
The victim's dead.
protective order.
The
Well,
victim is dead.
Well, he's not dead. The bond conditions for him. Okay, so your client is, giving your client some bond conditions as a condition of his release on this case. Okay,
There's no,
It's unverified.
I know, but there's no purpose. in it.
7990. Could you make a copy of this for me? Miss Redmond, do you need Mr. Dahl to sign that reset? Mr. Dahl, will you please step over to the court coordinator, get signed and reset. Mr. Millhouse. Could you get us to Mr. Landry? Mr. Landry, the bailiff has just handed you a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law number 2. I will go over these bond conditions with you. And it reads, following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition? Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when they're directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body, and that's pursuant to the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44 A2, and C2. Do you understand that condition? And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. Do you understand that condition? And condition number 4 does not apply because that only applies in the DWI case. Your case is not a DWI case. Now, Mr. Landry, if you violate any one of these conditions of this bond, your bond may be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, you can be arrested and placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that? Okay, now, your attorney, Mr. Doyle, has signed for your reset. Your case has been reset for trial on September 12th of 2022. This will conclude your case, and you are free to go. And you, Mr. Doyle, you're free to go as well. You have a blessed day.
Well, as a
Both y'all
matter,
have a blessed day.
as a matter of record, we object to number 2.
Oh, okay. Your objection is noted. All right. You're welcome. Now, this is cause number,
He was set for today. but
okay, this is,
they've yet to do sentencing next door in Judge West Court. So the prosecutor and I have agreed to just reset it to another day.
is he here?
I don't.
Oh, he's
know.
in
I
jail.
haven't met him.
Okay, he's in jail, so, yeah, the case is gonna be reset anyway. See, he's set for punishment. He's set for punishment in the 252nd District Court, which is the Judge West Court.
It's going to happen today.
Right,
I've been over there. It's sentencing is going to happen today.
right. And when did you want to reset till?
Sometime next month.
Well, we don't know what his sentence is gonna be. I mean, if he's getting, I don't know, we need to find out what his sentence is gonna be, because if he's getting pen time, we may have to get him in as soon as possible, because he might be transported to TDC before this case is disposed of.
Sure.
So I don't know what the sentencing is gonna be.
I've got a real busy.
Well, what we can do,
calendar.
what we'll do, we'll have our court coordinator get with you later on today when we find out, either today or tomorrow, when we find out what his sentencing is, and then we could decide what date it's gonna be on.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So this is on the case, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Yes. Hold on, what, is this in reference to, now you have two cases, you have Denario Blankenship, and you have, I thought I saw your name on here twice. Yeah, that was it.
I did have hearing loss, but they did, so I had to look at it.
Okay, Denario Blankenship, Mr. Bailey, could you please call the name of Denario Blankenship? This is cause number 326-618. Case is style of State of Texas versus Denario Blankenship. Mr. Blankenship, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Blankenship?
All right.
That's good, Mr. Blankenship. You here with your Attorney Marvin Provo. Attorney Provo, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Ms. Provo, what is your announcement in Mr. Blankenship's case?
We would like to put this on the trial docket application.
Your Honor, the state's willing to waive its right to jury trial as well.
Okay. Do we have a, gonna have to get you, I'm probably gonna have to get a motion to, for bench trial. Get me, I don't know if we have any here. We'll reset it. Are you gonna get us a motion, requesting bench trial? Okay. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to, get with our, court reporter, for that date. And so, she'll be able to give you that date, probably later on today.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
Okay. Then we be excused now.
okay. I guess within the next 30 days, would that be fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so she'll give you a date from, our court reporter.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
all right, you're welcome. Y'all free to go. Y'all have a blessed day.
July 18th. And then I have a contact. Changes I can make.
Jose Martinez,
He's present here.
and get, Richard Nolan as well. Jose Martinez and Richard Nolan. Let's just check and see if Martinez has bond conditions.
You doing okay?
Yes, doing fine. Mr. Martinez, would you come forward? He could have a seat right there. Yeah. He does, okay. This is cause number 330-210. Case is style of state of Texas versus Jose Juan Martinez Jr. Mr. Martinez, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Martinez?
Good.
That's good. Mr. Martinez, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Mark Faggart. Attorney Faggart, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Faggart, what is your announcement in Mr. Martinez's case?
We would like a resetting. The complaining witness in this case, Your Honor, has been trying to get in touch with the district attorney's office. She does want to prosecute the case. And so we'd ask for a resetting to see if we can get that accomplished.
So you want to keep it on the announcement docket?
That'd be great, Your Honor.
Okay. State, you have any objection?
No objection, Judge.
Give us an announcement date. Jose Martinez, page 2.
August the 10th.
Okay. Mr. Faggart, this case is reset to August 10th. Please sign for the reset. And Mr. Martinez, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Please stand over there near your attorney.
You can sign Mr. Faggart.
I think Mr. Faggart, if what she wants to do, and that thing is not proper, she can go on up to the VA's office. She doesn't have to talk. Okay, yeah, she needs to go. She needs to go to the. Okay. Thank you. Yes, sir. St. Julian.
St. Julian? Okay.
Espinoza.
On the third page.
Espinoza.
Victor.
Okay. Okay.
You just need to take her upstairs and be in. What she wants to do. Affidavit of non-prosecution.
Okay, this is cause number 331060. Case is style, the state of Texas versus Richard Charles Nolan. Ms. Nolan, would you please come forward? Mr. Nolan, is your full name Richard Charles Nolan?
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Nolan?
Okay, John.
That's good. Ms. Nolan, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Mark Fagger. Attorney Fagger, what's your announcement in Mr. Nolan's case?
The announcement in this one, Your Honor, we believe he will qualify for the pretrial diversion in this case, the anger management program, and I'd like an opportunity to visit with Mr. Knopf about that.
Okay, let's reset in September because I think the sign-up date is first week of September, if I'm not mistaken, first Thursday in September.
Thank you.
September 12th.
Okay, it's going to be reset to September 12th of 2022. Attorney Faggot, you can sign for your reset. And once you finish signing for that reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And Mr. Nolan, you can get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call Edward Jimenez? Yes.
I just sent one, Judge.
Does he speak English?
Yes.
Yeah.
Handle the felon.
Yeah, I'll be there. I texted her away.
You want to just put it on recall?
If we just hold it.
Yeah, because
Hold.
if
Can we
her
hold it for a
deal,
minute?
if her deal was to wrap up the misdemeanor with the felony, I'll certainly do it.
Right.
Okay, we'll hold.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Jimenez, you could have a seat. We're waiting on your paperwork to be completed. Okay. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call Victor Espinoza and see if Sonia Galvan is here? We have Mr. Wilkerson's cases. This is cause number 331440. Case of style of state of Texas versus Victor Javier Espinoza. Mr. Espinoza, you need to take off your hat. Okay. Mr. Espinoza, how are you doing?
All right, how are you doing?
All right, I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Espinoza, you're here with your attorney, William Marcus Wilkerson. Mr. Wilkerson, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Your Honor, on this case, we'd ask for one more reset so that I can review the discovery with my client as well as to discuss the offer with my client.
Okay, give us a reset date.
August 10th.
Okay, this case is going to be reset to August 10th. Mr. Wilkerson, you can sign for Mr. Espinoza's reset. And once you get your reset from your attorney, Mr. Espinoza, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank
Y'all
you.
stand over there on the X. You sign for his reset. You have to sign for it. Yeah.
You have to sign this one. It's ready.
Next case is cause number 331370. Case is style of State of Texas versus Sonay Cecilia Galvan.
Is her name on there too?
For the record, is your name Sonay Cecilia Galvan?
Sonia,
Sonia?
Sonia.
Okay, how you doing,
I'm
Miss
doing good,
Galvan?
Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Wilkerson, what's your announcement in Miss Galvan's case?
Your Honor, exact same thing. I need to review my discovery with her as well as discuss the state's offer with her. If you can give me one more reset on the case, we'll either dispose of it or put it on a trial docket at that time.
Okay, this case is gonna be reset to August 10th of 2022. Ms. Galvan, your attorney is gonna sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. You can stand over there near your attorney. And Mr. Wilkerson, you're free to go as well. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Thank you. Next case is cause number 328484. Case is styled the State of Texas versus Patrice Fontenot. Ms. Fontenot is appearing via Zoom. Ms. Fontenot, you can take your mic off of mute.
Okay,
Good month, Ms. Fontenot. Your full name is Patrice Renee Fontenot.
yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Fontenot?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Fontenot. You are represented by your attorney Joe Vasquez, who is also appearing via Zoom. Attorney
Yes.
Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Vasquez, what is your announcement in Ms. Fontenot's case?
Judge, could we have another announcement setting? Discovery is not complete in this case.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case, Mr. Vasquez and Ms. Fontenot will be reset to August 10th, 2022. Mr. Fontenot, Ms. Fontenot, your attorney and your bondsman will be sent notices of your reset. You're free to go. This will conclude your case. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day.
Same to
And
you.
you're welcome. Thank you. And Mr. Vasquez, your reset will be sent to you. I think this is your only case, so you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
You as well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Bring in Charles Isaiah Frank. He's the first one on the page one. This is cause number 316066. Case is styled the State of Texas versus Charles Isaiah Frank. Mr. Frank, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Frank? That's good. Mr. Frank, now you are representing yourself. We have a affidavit stating that waiver of rights. And we also have a judge's explanation of rights to defendants without an attorney. And basically you said you want to represent yourself. Is that correct? Okay, now, the last time you were here, were you scheduled to talk to the prosecutor in this case?
I talked to, I forgot, I think I talked to DA and he said he had to call to find out what they was talking about.
Oh, he had to, okay.
Your
Oh, it
Honor,
must have been at that time. It had to be,
it wasn't me.
no, it was,
No, it was a ham.
Ham,
Right.
right.
Your Honor, if this case can be placed on recall, I think I'd like to visit with Mr. Frank.
Okay.
I'm encouraged that we might be able to work this case out.
Okay. So just have a seat back outside and then we'll put your case on hold. Don't leave and we're gonna get back with you.
Okay, just sit outside.
Yeah. Stemmons. Andrew Curtis Stemmons. Is it Steinmetz?
It's Steinmetz, and
Steinmetz?
I have known this family for a long time, but my family has younger, and it's taken me, I always say Steinmetz too.
Yeah, I just see that MST Steinmetz. I guess it would have, if it would have been Stemmons, it would have had two M's.
Yes, sir.
The court is in session in two cases. First case is cause number 331136. The second case is cause number 331162. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Andrew Curtis. Had the wrong number. I'm gonna repeat those numbers. First case is cause number 331134, and the second case is cause number 331136.
Yes, sir.
Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Andrew Curtis Steinmetz. Mr. Steinmetz, is that your full name?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Steinmetz?
Just trying to get to work this morning.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Steinmetz, you're here represented by your attorney Matthew Moran.
Yes, Your
Attorney
Honor.
Moran, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing, Your Honor?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Steinmetz, I have before me in cause number 331134, a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This information alleges that on or about July 10th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of evading arrest detention. Mr. Steinmetz, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to this charge, Mr. Steinmetz, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Steinmetz, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Steinmetz, there are a set of initials, ACS, that are on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Mr. Steinmetz, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the next page of the same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the next document that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
There are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Attorney Moran, did you fill out a discovery certification?
Yes, Your Honor, it's right here on the slide, left on the table.
Okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, I'd be embarrassed to tell you how much trouble I had filling out that paperwork on the I had to come up and ask these sweet ladies here, I said, how do I even erase?
Oh, that's why they're here. That's what we're here. We'll help you. Now, I know this is your first time dealing with the tablets, but
Yes, sir.
yeah, but it's, we all have a little learning curve. But once you start doing it for a period of time, you get used to it.
You would think that after all the years of school that I've had, that I would be able, especially technically, I would be considered a millennial, I guess. I should be able to know how to use that.
They don't teach that in law school.
Yeah, yeah. Now, Mr. Steinmetz, I have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Steinmetz, prior to signing and initialing all of these documents that I just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Steinmetz, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, you like to offer States 1?
Yes, Your Honor. State offer states one.
Any
No.
objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Attorney Moran, you've advised and counseled Mr. Steinmetz. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor, he's all there. I've known Mr. Steinmetz for quite a while, and I consider him a friend of mine as well. And he's all there. He understands that we've spent a lot of time going over this case and explaining this paperwork, and I do believe that he completely understands everything he's agreed to today.
Okay. Mr. Steinmetz, your attorney, Attorney Moran, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Steinmetz, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty in this case, Your Honor, states recommending that the court defer a finding of guilt and place the defendant on community supervision for a period of 12 months, order that he pay $1,000 fine, perform 30 hours of community service restitution, along with the other standard conditions of probation. Additionally, the state will be dismissing the companion case of interfering with duties appearing in cause number 331136.
Mr. Steinmetz, the state is offering that you serve 12 months deferred adjudicated probation. During this 12-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs of $307, which comes to a total of fine and court costs of $1,307. You will also be required to pay a probation fee, in this case of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. Your total monthly installments that you'll be required to pay, or the total amount that you'll be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $195 per month. Mr. Steinmetz, will you be able to pay the $195 each month?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Steinmetz, you will also be required to perform 30 hours of community service You will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. And the state will be dismissing cause number 331136. Mr. Steinmetz, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Steinmetz, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Mr. Steinmetz, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not appear on your record as a conviction, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. And you can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent on those matters. Now, Mr. Steinmetz, you're going to stand on the X next to your attorney, follow the directions of our clerk. And once you follow the directions, she'll give you your dismissal and your judgment, and you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Attorney Morian, you have to sign the paperwork as well. And once you finish signing the paperwork, you'll be free to go as well. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well. I sure
Thank you.
appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Your
Mr.
Honor.
You're welcome.
Hey, we'll see
It's
you.
a pleasure meeting you. Hey, over here, bro.
Yeah, you stand on that X and follow her directions right here.
Your Honor, could the prosecutor and I
Oh.
approach briefly?
Well, I'm on live.
And we have the motion to forfeit form completed, and we just wanted to present it to you. That was it.
Is he here?
He is here, Your Honor.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah.
And the prosecutors were very kind because I had a pretrial at 10 o'clock in the court in a civil matter.
Aller. This is cause number 3311. Excuse me, cause number 331218. Case is style of state of Texas versus, is that Corrigan Aller?
Kurgan, yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Aller?
Good, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Aller. You're here represented by your attorney Scott Rennick. Attorney Rennick, how are you doing?
Good, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Aller, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Aller, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Aller, I have before me a motion to forfeit. Mr. Aller, do you recognize this motion that was filed by the DA's office?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing this document, did your attorney go over this document with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in this document?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Aller, The court is going to grant this motion to forfeit the weapon in this case to the Beaumont Police Department. Uh-oh, I just have to make a line for me to sign. Okay. Hey, yeah, you have a motion to dismiss? Is that,
Yes, Your Honor, I've prepared the motion and I've sent it.
okay, let me see. There it is. Mr. Aller, I just signed the state's motion to dismiss. Should be printing off in a few seconds, and your attorney will be given a copy. It's printed off right now. Once you get your motion to dismiss, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Mr.
Thank you,
Rennie,
Judge.
this is the last cake. You'll be
Yes,
free to
sir.
go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. And your legal assistants have a blessed day as well. All right. Okay, the court. Oh, Mr. Reynolds. Alan Cole.
Just take that downstairs to the clerk's office, okay?
All right, you have a blessed day. Alan Cole. Court is in session and calls number 331-412, case of style of state of Texas versus Alan James Cole. Mr. Cole, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Cole?
Sir,
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How
Yeah,
you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Cole, you're here represented, do we have bond conditions in this? You're here represented by your attorney, Nathan Reynolds. This is Alan Cole, 331-412. How are you doing, Mr. Reynolds?
I'm doing well, Judge.
Mr. Reynolds, what's your announcement in Mr. Cole's case?
We received discovery and an offer, and we'd like to ask for a trial.
Okay. Give us a trial date. Okay. Also, I need to give him some bond conditions. He didn't have bond conditions. What is it? 331-412. Yeah, could I get a, what's that, trial date? September 12th of 2022. Mr. Reynolds, you could go sign for the reset
Okay.
of the trial. And then I need to give Mr. Cole his bond conditions.
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Mr. Reynolds, could you hand this to Mr. Cole?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Cole, the attorney is handing you what is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. I will go over these bond conditions with you. And it reads, following arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named here and are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body, and that's pursuant to the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44 A2 and C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, condition number 3 does not apply, but condition number 4 does apply. Condition number 4 states, a defendant who has been arrested or accused of a subsequent offense listed under Section 49.04 or through 4906. Now, that's the section that deals, of the Texas Penal Code, that deals with DWIs. And so when they say a subsequent offense, it's a second offense or more. So your case, you have a DWI second, so this applies to you. So I'll reread this. A defendant who has been arrested or accused of any subsequent offense listed under Section 49.04 through 4906 of the Texas Penal Code shall not operate any motor vehicle unless the vehicle is equipped with an interlock device mechanism that makes impractical the operation of the vehicle if ethyl alcohol is detected in the breath of the operator. And said device shall be installed at the defendant's expense with written verification of such installation being submitted to the court on or before the 10th day. It says after arrest. That should have been given to you at the jail. Now we'll say within 10 days, before 10 days after today. Okay.
Okay.
If he doesn't own a vehicle.
Or if you don't, I mean, any vehicle that he owns or operates.
Okay, all right.
So if he's not operating the vehicle, if he doesn't know, if he's operating the vehicle, he doesn't own it, he still has to. He can't drive a vehicle without the interlock
Well,
being on it.
when it says it has to have written verifications, he just.
Written verification that he hasn't owned a vehicle that he own or operate.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what that means.
okay.
Okay, so you can't operate a vehicle without having that device on it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you violate any one of these conditions, let me write, I need to scratch out arrest and put today on there. If you violate any one of these conditions, your bond may be revoked, and if your bond is revoked, you could be arrested and placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Mr. Reynolds, is time for you reset?
Yes, sir.
Your case has been reset to September 12th, 2022 for trial. This will conclude your case. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day, Mr. Cole, and you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Reynolds.
I think I have another
You do?
couple of cases, Judge. Brian Buchanan. Docket. He appears to be in jail. He wasn't.
I'm gonna do some close.
I don't see him on it, though. Is it today?
Well, one I got.
We'll give her the case number.
Well, okay.